Oh, hi. You know, I was just sitting here feeling sorry for myself, reading my own personally autographed magazine of The Advocate by Christopher Rice. I got it signed by him when he was doing a book tour of his book, A Density of Souls. He's actually a nice guy. But that's besides the point. With this, in all honesty, this particular video blog is about something serious. I was just trying to open up something lighthearted and hopefully something you found humorous, but self-medicating. That is something that I have been doing lately, and it's got to stop. My roommates know that I take medication. One of my medications is a benzodiazepine called Clonazepam. It is an anti-anxiety and it helps me sleep. I am very, very cautious not to mix those pills with alcohol. I do not drink while they are in my system. But however, I have found myself drinking quite a bit lately. Not with them in my system though, but aside from taking those pills. And I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and I know what it all boils down to. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I am closing in on 30. My birthday is coming up soon on September 5th. You know, society, I think, has a way of making people feel obligated to accomplish certain things by certain ages, and that's not necessarily always a bad thing. But when everybody is expected to do it, it can be, because let's face it, everybody has their own challenges and their own path. One of my regrets is not graduating high school, not getting that good old-fashioned high school diploma and walking with my class. High school was torture for me. Just to sum it up, I was tortured every day for being gay. I mean, I was not out then, but it was obvious to the world that I was. Another thing that I regret is not getting my driver's license at 16. I have enough money for a car. I can get a car, I just don't have the knowledge. And I am ashamed of that from time to time, because people do look down upon me and they say, "Don't you drive?" I mean, and they question me, and it does get embarrassing, but the truth is, I do have attention deficit disorder, and my fear is that I'm gonna be like, "Oh, look at the pretty birdies, oh, crash," you know, and then kill somebody else or myself or both. So I honestly think that if I started driving as a teenager, somebody would be dead by now. So, we have high school, not having a driver's license or a car, And I never went to college. I did take I did take GED classes, but every time I went for the actual test, it was always the math part that got me. I failed at that, and that everything else I passed with moderate to flying colors. English and history and all those sections, I'm excel at that, but the other critical thinking sections, such as science and math, I use the creative part of my brain. So I've just been thinking about all the things that one is supposed to gain by, their late 20s, mid to late 20s, and I don't have those things. During the particular time when one was supposed to be attaining those things, I mean, I wasn't a complete invalid. I mean, of course I worked. I mean, that if I didn't work, I don't know what else I would be doing. I earned money. I had decent jobs, but I didn't. I mean, I lived to live. I spent my money on concerts and just was a whirlwind of sprees, and those of you who subscribe to my channel and are some friends of mine, you know what we spent the money on. Nothing illegal. Anyways, but that's not to say that I don't have time to still make up for those things. I just wish that I had done it sooner, and I have been in a really, really bad depression lately. I start crying out of the blue, and the reason I'm looking at my door is because that's where my roommates are, and I don't care if they say this. All of a sudden, I'll start crying out of nowhere. Like the other night, I was talking to my roommate as we